Okay, what's up, reefers? How's it going today? Here with Sever, we got something special to talk about. We got a new product called the Aquaforest Power Elixir, and today's stream is going to be talking about what it is, why it's better, and why you should be dosing it in your aquarium. So without further ado, let's check it out, Sever.
Okay, hello everyone. So as Aaron said, we have an exciting moment because I waited for so long for this product, and I finally have it. I know that it took a long time because we had a demand from customers that you want to automatize some of the dosing of some of the products.
Sure.
And this is the product that the Plankton Elixir will be the product that could be used in your dosing pump. And Power Elixir, it's a mixture of amino acid and vitamins, and in special ratio that corals needs. And what is good about this product? This product can be dosed by dosing pump. You don't need to refrigerate it after opening. You don't need to dilute it. So just plug and play product. And this product have a shelf life for 3 years. So I hope you will use it faster than this. But 3 years, it could be somewhere in your just near to your dosing pump and could be dosed on the daily basis.
So I just want to repeat that for everyone who heard it but now asking, really? So yes, it does not need to be refrigerated, unlike other products on the market where you can do it for a week or so and the rest of it has to be refrigerated. This product is designed not to be refrigerated. Again, not to be refrigerated. So you're going to be able to put it into your dosing pump, pull continuously. As Sever said, you get about 3 years out of it. So of course your tank's going to use it more than that. But how cool is that? You know, for all this time worrying about stuff that's going to be absorbed out or spoil if it's not in the fridge, this is it.
Yes, and we have talked about this with Aaron about how we can use it. So for me, I'm a huge fan of manually dosing products because this is the time when I look at the corals, when I see my tank, how they react, and just kind of inspection. Mm-hmm. But for people who want to dose it automatically, they can find their everyday dosage and additionally dose with drops of IF amino mix and vitality, and so it's up to you how you will use it. Some people like to just watching grow. Some people like to look it closer and have time to really enjoy this hobby. I'm one of the person that I like to really be involved in the process, and sure. Even it's make me happy, to dose it, to see all this, but some people just like to watch, only the watch, and sometimes people have the maintenance company who take care about their tanks, and they just want to have everything ready. So that's the product, and additionally, this kind of product could be also mixed with your pallets of food, like for even for fish, even for corals, mainly for corals. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if you have IF LPS food, my way of dosing, target feeding these corals, I usually mix with this product or with IF amino mix and vitality all together. I wait till it's enter in this product, and then I dose it directly to the mouth of coral. But that's another trick that we can use, and this is after I see how corals are really pump up, yeah, and how the colors show up, and this is something that is really amazing. So back into the product, this product, a perfect mix of amino acids, which are very, very important role on the coloration, on the grow of corals, and vitamins as well. The same as we use nutrition for ourselves. And this is the product that we work at least, I think, like 2 years almost. Really? Just to
R&D at its finest.
No, but the problem is that to find how long it will be good.
Yeah.
It's time. We can accelerate it a little bit with the temperature and some other things, but we need to be sure before we will launch it, before we will enter in the market product, because I know how valuable animals we keep in our tanks, so we cannot risk to do something wrong as well. So personally, I tested for a long time in my tank, in our tanks in the company. We have some beta testers that they also tested, and the results are great. And I'm really happy that we can introduce this product to the market. So look on the stores. It could take times, especially for some customers that are living far away from Europe, because we are located in Europe, and some product like this, for example, to Australia, they will need to travel around 2 months in the container. To US, probably also like a month or plus. So first, it will be available in Europe because it's relatively closer, but it is available for Aquaforest distributor around the world, and soon it will be available in your market as well.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think a lot of folks around the world will be excited to try it. And just talking about the dosage a little bit, I know it's slated for 4 ml per 100 liters, or roughly 25 gallons. But for people who haven't used amino acids before, it's always recommended to start on the lighter side. A lot of people say, "Oh, I dosed amino acids and I got this algae bloom." That's natural. That could happen if you shock your system with something new out of the blue. So, it's always recommended to start at a quarter dose or half dose and build it up over time accordingly. And again, every tank is different. So your tank, but dose it slowly and build up to it as you see the success happening. Your water parameters should remain the same. You shouldn't see any spikes in nitrates or phosphates as long as you're dosing it in a proportional rate in which your corals are absorbing it. So again, just wanted to say that to folks who are looking to try amino acids for the first time. There's a lot of negativity and criticism out there of people who tried it and get these blooms. So just go slow with it, but be diligent, and you'll see, as you do this manual dosing, or if you put on a dosing pump, you will see those results. Just give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, great. So the role of amino acids in for corals are quite well known, because they are building the skeleton of the corals. So it's a block of protein that are taking part of the process of growing of the corals. Some people just we have a group of almost 25,000 reefers in Aquaforest group, and some people said, okay, I never use this kind of supplement, and then my corals are okay. So probably they are okay. Some people don't eat healthy things, and they are still okay. It depends how what is the definition of okay. And I believe that it's very important to take care about our corals and give them really the good stuff, to give them the basis for effective grow and coloration, because it's proven that it's really have beneficial effect when you do those amino acids and vitamins in the corals.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We all know that, giving your food, a variety of food to your fish is important, and that, the corals are going to absorb that variety of food as well. But, those people who are spot feeding or direct feeding the corals, you see the benefits of that, and I think this is going to be a great product, either mix into some coral food, whether it's a soft coral or a hard coral, and see that benefit over time. And again, just because it says it's an elixir doesn't mean that you're going to see immediate results tomorrow. It's going to take some time for your corals to fully absorb it and work its way through the system. So, it's going to take a month or two before you start to see, sustained results on that. So, again, be patient, folks who try it. It's not a magic bullet, but it is something with repeat usage that you will see stronger coral, more vibrant colors to it, and corals that are going to naturally grow bigger and better from that.
Yeah, and please remember about what Aaron just said before. If you start with this product, start slowly. Start from 1/4 of the dosing recommended, and even if your coral mass, is, we can say like that. So you have a you have a lot of corals in your tank. So then you can slowly even add more, because that's the average dose for liters. And of course, it's very important as well, not how many liters that you have, but how many corals that you have. That so many, so how many corals will absorb that from the water as well. And so, but the average dosing, it will be 4 milliliters by 400 liters. So it will be 20. How many? 20.
Roughly 25.
Yeah, 25 gallons, more or less. So, and just start from 1/4 of this, and after a week, add a little bit more. Add a little more. If you will not see it any negative effect on the algae, on anything like that, because your system needs to, use to more nutrients to absorb and to more to eat, let's say, like this.
And I'm sure people watching this video now are wondering, when should I dose my corals with this product? Is there a time of day, during the day, at night, all of the above? What's your opinion on that, Sever?
I know some people that are dosing amino acids during the day, but I'm a fan of dosing during the night, where corals really, in nature, they hunting, they are eating, and they are more ready to absorb outside food, not from the sun, the energy from the sun, but just the physical food. So this is but of course I know people that just, for example, they attract with this kind of product corals, because usually they have a reaction to open the polyps, and then they give them some food, so the particles. This is, so there are two different. I do this way, but I know other people that will say, okay, so you are the
and my rationale is that my belief is that corals in the wild are going to eat 24/7. They're going to absorb differently during the day and the night, like you said, photosynthesis more during the day. So I will manually dose a little bit extra at night, where keep stuff on a consistent basis of dosing during the day. And again, that's just what I've done, having seen them in the wild, much like you, and the method that I've adopted. But I don't think there's a rhyme or reason, or right or wrong to it. I think it's how you prefer to dose, but I think a lot of people would be asking that.
So, but for example, you can just program your dosing pump to doing during the 24 hours. Let's say every 6 hours, every 2 hours, even they can dose like a half of milliliter, and that will be okay as well, because you probably during the days, you will observe that they will be more open, the corals, more polyp during the day, when we have time to observe them. So this is also a good strategy.
And I think it's one of these things that this is the new frontier for how we feed our corals. And this product is a great example of how the more time we spend in front of our corals, looking at our tank, really understanding them, the more we start to understand the relationship that corals and the coral polyps, particularly, their feeding, mouths and feeding tentacles have with the food. And, when we start to see that certain things that we do in our tank elicits that response, that feeding response, and other things doesn't, when we learn these things within our aquarium, we'll start to learn when the best time to feed is. So it goes back to what you said earlier, the closer we spend time and attention to our tanks, the more that the relationship we're going to have to properly taking care of our animals.
Yeah, and nowadays the corals are really more expensive, not so accessible as it was before in the past. So it's good to take care of them, because maybe one day the corals that we'll see, they will be only on our tanks, and there will be no because we cannot. I hope it will not, because I hope that we will really love it. They will regrow. I even saw a message to some kind of news today that this year in Australia there is a huge recovery of corals during this year, because they didn't have any cyclones, any high temperature, so the nature recovered. Let's hope that will be this day like this, and there will be no problem to have corals in our tanks. But anyway, we should really.
Absolutely, and whether it gets posted before this or after this, there's a talk that we have with a fish breeder named Vitek in Poland, who's doing a lot of this stuff, talking about the captive breeding of fish and not pulling from our oceans, and the balance there between captive bred versus wild caught. So depending on when it gets dropped, that'll be another part in linkage to this about how we can take care of what we have in our tanks, whether they be corals or fish. It's all part of this larger ecosystem that each one of us who has a tank also has this understanding of what's going on in the nature and in the environment.
So maybe you are a modest person, so I will say about, Aaron just offer for one of the breeder his beloved fish just for greater good, and his beautiful regal from Red Sea, and I'm really keeping my finger crossed that they will. That it will be a success to breed this beautiful dish.
Yeah, thank you. It's definitely if successful, they would be tremendous for the hobby, and I think I'll learn a lot in the process of it, because I know folks around the world have tried breeding the Red Sea Regal before and it was unsuccessful. And my understanding is its food source. It's once the fries have hatched, they weren't viable and couldn't eat. And so, but with so much progresses in the food industry for small fry, baby fish, I think there's greater hope now of being able to rear them up in a way that it's much more sustainable. So in a couple of years, with some luck, hopefully we'll start to see some of them on the market. But I think there's a lot of interest in companies around the world who are investing in technology to captive breed fish. And I think much like freshwater, you're going to see a shift happen over time, 5 years, 10 years from now, where the vast majority of both fish and corals, in our case, are likely to be captive bred. And I think that they're going to probably cost more, but people who care about that are going to be willing to invest in some of these things.
I know a few very very known company who invest now on the coral breeding, and we see how the future it's looking. So they are investing because we don't know how big the countries like Australia, like Indonesia, and other will react in few years, how the situation will be. So, and it's a part of responsibility for the corals as well. So I as you said, there will be a lot of serious company who will really develop this area, just for us aquarists to still enjoy the hobby, and it's but who knows how it will be in 20, 30 years? Maybe, as we discussed, maybe the only corals will be in the captivity in our tank. Let's hope it will be not, because it will be the end of the world, or the beginning of the end of the world. But,
yes. And it goes back to this particular product is to help cultivate that with the corals that we have in our aquarium, so that we can sell and trade with our friends. So we all want the best tank possible, and to be able to get the best pictures, and this product will help us to do so, and to ensure that our tanks can.
And this will help us to make them grow, make them bigger, make them more coralful. So I strongly recommend to try it, and I'm really sure that we'll be not disappointed.
And if anyone is thinking, does it have that magic color like some other products on the market? You betcha it does. So it has that Hulk color that will definitely amp up your coral. So don't you worry.
This is the color of amino acids that even in the AF amino mix, which is on the market for 10 years, even more, had that from the beginning. This magical fluorescence essence that it's on the water. So this one, it's also looking super cool on the on the UV light
we all know us reefers like when that happens in the tank. We've take pictures, we film it, even if we don't post it. We know we like it. All
right. So thank you, Aaron, for this chat, and
Absolutely.
Thank you everybody for watching us. And we would like to announce as well that we will make this tank talk every week, and so we invite some people, and we will talk about different subjects. And yes, and I would like to announce as well, just below this video, when we will post it, you will have instruction how win these products. So so our marketing will propose something for you. Just read in the comments. I'm sure that Deborah and Nina from our marketing team will propose you something how to win this product and for free and just to try it. And I'm sure that you will be satisfied.
Very cool. So those who win it, we definitely want to hear your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Send some pictures. And until next time, happy reefing.
Happy reefing. Thank you very much.